Welcome back in this session. In this session, we are going to understand high availability and the scalability. Basically, we are going to understand what is the vertical scalability and what is the horizontal scalability and what are the difference between the vertical and horizontal scalability. So let's start. So the first topic is the scalability. So scalability having the two types, basically vertical and horizontal. But first we understand what is the scalability. Scalability means application system handle a load by adapting. So application how handle the loads by adapting the continuous coming traffic, how application are handling the traffic and how it's getting the scale. So scalability basically divided in two types. One is the vertical scalability and second is the horizontal scalability. Horizontal scalability also known as the elasticity, and basically these two scalability and horizontal scalability and vertical scalability also it's looks the link, but both are the different. So they have the different use case that we will see. So basically vertical scalability means increasing of your size of instance. So basically your instance having the configuration, having your own CPU limitation, memory limitation. So you want to increase your instance size. So for example, T2 macro to T2 large. So there is some limitation of the running the application on T2 macro, and that limitation will be solved by the T2 large. For example, there are the developer junior developer level who's writing the code having the in a day he can write the 10 module, but when you hire the senior developer he can write 50 modules per day. So that's a competitive having the different expectation from the different uh, configuration. So the T2 macro having the limitation of the certain application run, where the T2 large are solving that problem. So use case for this vertical scalability is based for the non-distributed system like a database. In database there you can understand that RDS, elastic cache are the basically example for the vertical scaling. Vertical scaling having the always hardware limit to for a scaling. So there the hardware limit once you reach the T2 large, the limitation of the T2 large also it limits. So once you have the limitation, you have to go again for the more hardware. So the hardware always getting the limitation for the vertical scalability. The next topic is the horizontal scalability. Horizontal scalability means increase the number of instance system for your application. So in a vertical we are increasing the configuration portion. Horizontal scaling we are increasing the number of application systems. The horizontal scaling applies on the distributed system where the is based for the web and mobile applications. Basically it's easy to deploy application in horizontal scaling with the cloud AWS EC2. For example, you have the one system which taking the loads in certain level, where you are creating the one more system we having the same configuration which also sharing the load in between the two servers. You can add the more server if you want to handle the multiple traffics at a time. So you can increase your systems and it will available for the all distributed applications load to your servers which are distributed by the load balancer. So here comes the load balancer or the horizontal scalability. So high availability basically goes hand in hand with the horizontal scaling. Basically, it's come with the horizontal scaling. High availability means the running your application system in a two different availability zones. So basically, it's managed further in the two different availability zone means the two different data center where the two different geographical location. So in case anything happen with any single data server loss, so your availability will be always there for your customer. So in case of any disaster happen, there are the available servers for your customer to respond. The goal of the high availability is to survive the data center loss. So access issue, in case if you find any access issue for the high availability, that you should start from troubleshooting with your security group. Basically they are the high availability that elastic load balancer having the different security group, and it's compared with the different security group in EC2. That we'll see in our demo section how we are configure high availability with the EC2 elastic load balancer. So high availability can be passive for the RDS, and the basically it's happen for the multi-AZ example. High availability can be active for the horizontal case. So there are some of case having the two data center are available, and both will be responding to your request. So let's have the quick recap. So vertical scalability increase the instance size. That's called the scale up and scale down. When it increasing the instance, it scale up, and decreasing the instance, it's say the scale down. Example T2 macro to T2x large. Horizontal scaling, the increasing the number of instance, that's called the scale out, and decreasing the number of instances is called the scale in. So this is the name that basically talks about the horizontal scaling and the vertical scalability. High availability runs the instance for the same application across the multiple zone. So this is the point for the high availability. So instance are running but in across the multiple availability zone, and the high availability basically save the data center loss in any disaster case. So there are high availability example are the auto scaling group, that ASG, and load balancer, that's AWS load balancer. These two are the example for the high availability. In next session we are going to understand how do we configure the vertical scalability and horizontal scalability, including the high availability.